Now, on yesterday's programme, I was discussing with Patrick the situation with ISIS, and we showed a Foreign Affairs, I think it was Foreign Affairs article, suggesting that ISIS was going through a bit of a transformation at the moment, that it's changing from being a regional fighting force to being a global fighting force. Well, that doesn't seem to be the only transformation that's going on, because there seems to be a transformation in how the public views ISIS in the mainstream media. So I just want to show this little video clip which Sky News have on their Facebook page.
About beheading or killing, it was there to defend the Syrians. Honestly, I came here for that first.
Shabazz, hi. Alex Crawford from Sky News.
It was with ISIS. I was with a terrorist organization. I didn't kill anyone. I hope I didn't oppress anyone. I did have a Kalashnikov and a military uniform, but I didn't hit anyone. I didn't participate in the battle. I was, how do I say it? I haven't spoken English in so long. I was like reinforcements. I was basically reinforcements. But I saw the battle in front of me. They would just send one squad, they'd die, and they'd send the same squad, same way.
Do you feel a criminal?
No, honestly, no.
Do you feel a terrorist?
No.
Even though you were part of a terrorist organisation?
It's very, very weird, honestly. No, terrorist, when you think of terrorists, you think someone, with a mask and, with a sword, beheading people and terrorizing people. Well, honestly, I was normal. I was just relaxed, hiding in Raqqa with Syrian civilians, Idlibi friends. They're from Idlib. Playing PlayStation or go around on bike rides and normal life in ISIS territory. The PlayStation's in Deir ez-Zor, in my house in Deir ez-Zor, but it's probably captured by the Syrian regime now because they took the thing. I have a picture, actually. I have pictures on my phone.
Of what?
The PlayStation.
Your story sounds so extraordinary.
Yeah, it's very long.
Can you imagine anyone believing it?
No, I want to write a book one day, hopefully. I want to write a book on how ISIS. Of course, no one wants to go to prison. Depending on my prison sentence, that's the problem. If it's very long, I don't want to go back to Britain. If it's short, I would do the prison and go out and live my life, get a job or continue my studies in politics or whatever.
So Vanessa, ISIS terrorists, they're just a bit misunderstood.
I honestly, I don't know what to say at the moment. We're going through such an incredible spin process of normalizing terrorism. This is combined with the RAND report that came out a few days before the Sky News report, in which Al-Qaeda were almost being put forward, even after all of the rebrands. That was admitted that there'd been a degree of marketing effort to distance them from the extremist ideology of whatever the original Al-Qaeda was. The scary thing at the end of that RAND report, and I'll read the final sentence. Next year, 2018, will mark the 30-year anniversary of Al-Qaeda's founding. Its ability to establish widespread political legitimacy through a refurbished image could very well propel the group through its third decade and beyond. That is a terrifying statement. It's basically saying that Al-Qaeda is going to be projected and promoted now as a government, as a political force. And we've seen in the last few days the declaration of a government in Idlib, which was predicted by Abdel Haddad, a representative from Malula, some time ago. So we sort of knew that was coming. But this is just an extraordinary turn of events, and it's something that we have to fight against. We've seen the white helmets, for example, being greeted by the fire services in New York City, the scene of 9/11. We have Raed Salah, the leader of the white helmets, speaking at Harvard on Thursday about the brighter future for humanity. So we have this incredible normalization of what are effectively terrorist organizations that have committed heinous atrocities. I mean, if you watch any of the video footage or see any of the images of the people emerging from ISIS occupation in Deir ez-Zor in Raqqa, there was a young girl being interviewed yesterday who told us that basically her mother had been beaten to death, her father decapitated in front of her. And yet we have this guy talking about PlayStation and talking about his house being retaken by the Syrian government. It's Syria. Those houses were not his to begin with. I mean, this is the fact that we're even accepting this and allowing this to be played out in front of us, or allowing this kind of extremism to be imprinted on our brains is really frightening. And there was an article in the Telegraph also a couple of days ago stating that a government minister, Rory Stewart, has said that converts who leave Britain to fight for the terror group and should be killed. But of course, then that's being countered by Max Hill QC, who's saying, as you're saying, you know, they're misled individuals, they should be reintegrated into society. We're heading down a very, very, very scary path right now.
Absolutely. And of course, more rumours and reports and witness statements from Syria that the United States is picking up ISIS terrorists and transferring them somewhere else. I mean, we're very quickly running out of time. So just very briefly on this one, Vanessa, these stories have been coming out of Syria for quite some time now. It seems to be a bit more than just rumor. It is actually eyewitness. It is eyewitness reports. Is this the US covering their tracks?
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen it with the blanket bombing of areas like Deir ez-Zor and Raqqa, which, you know, we know the US only does that when it's trying to hide something, and as well as eyewitness statements of the American helicopters removing ISIS fighters from the area of Al Mayadeen, as they had been reported to have done in Deir ez-Zor previously. We're also again seeing what is turning out to be the largest Daesh storehouse of weaponry in Al Mayadeen, also having previously seen a massive weapons cache also in Deir ez-Zor. So yeah, I mean, this is, you know, we're just getting the layers of the onion peeled back right now.
Absolutely.